What's up YouTube? Kyle with ePoolSupply. Today we are going to go over Pentair's awesome pressure side pool cleaner, the Racer. Stay tuned. Alright, and we're back. So again, today we are going to go over Pentair's pressure side pool cleaner, the Racer. The Racer cleaner is pretty nifty. We're going to show you everything that comes in the box, but we do plan on making quite a few other videos on repairs and installations for this, just because of how cool this is. So it is a little bit more on the expensive side when you're looking at pressure side pool cleaners, but once I tear into it and I kind of show you the cool functionality that it does have, you'll understand why. So bear with me. I'm going to open this unique box and get the cleaner out. All right, we got a big accessory bag. Set that off to the side. And we've got the hose kit. Big one. Set that down as well. And get the party cleaner out. Here she is. Big fan. I love the way this thing looks. Make sure I didn't miss anything. It's actually got really cool cutouts in here to hold it. They got really good bonus points for this box just because of how cool it looks. But in order to try to send anything like this, it's a little bit more difficult. So, all right, we're good. The box is empty. Let's close this up, get it out the way. Cool, let's dive into the accessory package first. Let's set that thing off to the side and we'll show you what comes in this. So they give you quite the accessory package with the Racer. So one reason is the tail sweep. Instead of like most of their other pressure side pool cleaners that comes already pre-installed, the tail sweep is in the bag, as well as the basket. The bag that goes onto the top of the cleaner is also in here. Most of their other stuff, which if you've seen our other videos of what's in the box on their other pressure side pool cleaners, everything's kind of separated. So they toss it in a big cool bag here for you. So let's open it up and check it out. The bag. It's got quite a large bag. So again, very similar to their other pressure side cleaners. It is going to come pre-installed with a piece of foam in here. That foam is going to help keep this portion of the bag up as the cleaner buzzes around, as well as this Velcro on the other side, which will actually get attached to the hose after it's installed onto the cleaner, which again helps it stay up the entire time. So I want to say they do. So this is actually kind of like a two-part. They have a different layer inside, which is almost like a neoprene, kind of like a you know, like a swishy material that actually goes inside, so that once you remove or the cleaner turns off or whatever it may be with the bag, you don't take the risk that all the debris is just going to shoot back out and go through this large tube and out the bottom of the cleaner and back into your pool, which defeated the entire purpose of it doing it. So they actually put it as a two-part kind of system, which is kind of cool, so that you don't take the risk of the debris coming back out. So they also give you some handy dandy two little pieces, so that way you can simply pull apart and release the Velcro to empty the bag. So you only want to just kind of shake the bag clean. If you've got the hose available, you can kind of spray the hose through and just try to kind of clear it out. I wouldn't suggest trying to shove your hand in there and push stuff through. Just kind of let it come out naturally, because it will eventually come out. That way you don't take the risk of ripping or tearing anything internally and having to get an entire new bag. But in the case that you do, again, make sure to check out the links below. We've got a full product breakdown list of this entire cleaner with every part for sale. Make sure you check that out. So let's set this off to the side. Bag. Let's pull out this tail sweep. All right, so here's the tail sweep. So a little bit different compared to some of the other pressure side cleaners in the scrubber. So this is actually like a hard foam. So I'm guessing that once this kind of gets put into the water, it'll kind of sponge it up a little bit. But the whole purpose of this is as it plugs into the back of the cleaner, its whole purpose is just to whip around the back of the cleaner. So it acts as like an extra brush for your pool. So this is going to brush the surface, as well as the water shooting at the end is going to help kick up the dust and blow the dust elsewhere so that your skimmer, or as it settles down, the racer will pick it up. So really important, make sure you read that user manual in here to get this installed and get everything functioning properly. So set this up. All right, you got a regulator valve. So again, this is what's going to plug into the side wall of your pool. So it's got the handy dandy little universal connection here. This actually screws into the port on the side of your pool wall. If you've got one, hold on to it. If you don't, make sure you keep any extras. These are very important. You want to make sure that if they're cracked, you replace them. Real simple to deal with. They kind of give you like a hex style on the outside to be able to get them in and out. You can use tools, so that's okay. So important. And then right on the other side of that, you got the little filter. So this filter is going to stop any debris from going into the pump as well as coming back into the cleaner. You don't want any kind of other debris to be stuck into the gear system or thrown into your booster pump, because you don't want to take the risk that's going to ruin your equipment. So about as often as you change everything else, the bag on the cleaner, the filter, your skimmer basket, any of those things, as often as you do those, make sure you take this out and clean it to just make sure that you don't take the risk of any debris. So put that back in there. Put this on. So again, this has a pressure relief on it. So depending on, if you need more or less pressure, read your user manual. This will actually walk you through the steps you need on trying to get that fine tuned to make sure that the cleaner's functioning the way it wants to. So. And then you've got your min and max. So this is going to be your flow regulator. So this is actually going to get hooked up on one end of the hose before you're putting everything together to make sure that you're at the optimal flow that this thing needs. It's got a max line and it's got a minimum line. So you want to be right in between. So as you hook it up and you follow the steps in your manual, it's going to walk you through how to make sure you are where you need to be. If you're too much, it's going to not move. And it's not going to clean. If you're too little, it's just going to sit there. So this is very important to make sure that you have your cleaner set up on your pressure side with the proper pressure to get this thing to function. So use this, follow the tips in your manual. So now they give you some extra rubber parts. I don't know what these are for, so make sure you read your user manual to find out what these are for. What we got here? So they give you some quick little replacement kits. So they let you know for your axle replacement. They give you your wheel screw kits, your washers. So that'll actually give you a little handy note on things that you may need to replace down the line and the part numbers you need to find them. Again, we've got a full list of all of the products below. Make sure you check it out if you're looking to replace or fix some part of the cleaner. All right, before we get to the user manual, important, your warranty information is important. You need to make sure that you register your cleaner with Pentair and get that warranty involved with them. If anything goes wrong, whether it be something simple, whether it could be a natural disaster, whatever it may be, you want to have this cleaner under warranty. You need to follow their rules. So read your warranty card. They give you multiple options. You can mail it in, you can do it online. When you do it online, they give you the option to also do rebates. So if you have a rebate available for it, as long as you qualified for all of their portions of the rebate, as you do your warranty process, they'll get you through the rebate process. So very, very important. Keep this card, fill it out, do what you need to do, and get it registered. All right, last is the user manual. Again, the most important thing on this cleaner is the user manual. This will walk you through absolutely everything you're gonna need to get this thing set up and moving the way that you need it to get moving. So there will be a portion of the hoses that you may need to cut. There may be other things that you need to do to get this thing going, which is very common across all kind of pressure side pool cleaners. The user manual will help you do that. So We still plan on making a video to get this thing installed, and we will be ripping this thing apart from where it is now to nothing, and then build it back up for you guys. So keep an eye out for those. But in the meantime, any other troubleshooting issues you may have, check the user manual. All right, move all this out the way. Now to the hose. Let's go over here. So they actually have it broken down on the hose of different sections, and they actually gave you different tabs here. So you've got a section 1, you've got a section 2, and you've got a section 3. So unlike their other pressure side pool cleaners where they liked to make some of the hoses different colors, which I guess my lighting is just a little bit difficult because they do. So section 1 is a different color. It's a lighter gray than the rest of the hose. So that's going to be the portion that you have going into your cleaner. So it's already pre-installed with the connection port. That's what's actually going to go right over here on the top. Very simple. It's directional. It's got clips on each side. You're just going to push down until it clicks. There it goes. So now the hose is installed. Really simple compared to some of the other ones where you actually have to take the the hose nut and tighten it down and do things like that. So really cool. They already come pre-installed with all the hose weights, or the hose floats, I apologize. So depending on if you have to cut, the hose floats are already there and ready for you. If you do have to cut and you have extra pieces, hold on to them. You never know when you're going to want them down the line. So they do give you a pretty filter. They like to call this an inline filter because it's in the line of the hose. This is going to catch any debris coming from the booster and also from the cleaner, so that anyway you don't take the risk of damaging your equipment. This will be another piece that you do need to clean. Very simple. You don't actually have to remove it from the hose. You don't have to do anything. It actually comes with its own cap here that you just simply screw off, and it separates and pulls out your filter. So if you're having issues with the functionality, check here and check at the end what I showed you earlier where that other little filter is as well. So you want to check both those as often as you check all your other baskets and filters. So let me tighten this back on. There it goes. All right, on top of that, they have hose swivels on this that are going to stop this hose from getting tangled up. They are only one side swivels, so it is directional. So if you do replace, they do have arrows. The arrows are going to tell you which way the flow of the water is and what you need to do and which direction you need to have it on. So pay attention to that because it will be important. Otherwise, you do take the risk that this is going to get all tangled up. So, all right. So I think that's the whole hose here for us. Set this off to the side. The other side that does plug in will attach to that pressure relief valve that I showed you earlier. It just feeds on, very similar to the part that clips onto the top of the cleaner. It has clips, they'll clip together. They give you that opportunity to not already have it together, so then that way you can test your pressure and make sure that this cleaner is going to work properly. So let me get this hose out and let me break into the cleaner so you can see how the cleaner functions. All right, now we've got the cleaner itself. So I really like the way that this cleaner is designed. The two big wheels in the front and you got the two little wheels in the back. Really nifty, as well as the roller brush in the front. So this is going to run constantly and just scrub the bottom of the floor. Plaster, Pebble Tech, whatever it may be. Spins incredibly fast, helps push that debris and all those things into this orifice. And as you can see, it's a rather large hole that can accept the debris. So as the venturi happens with the jets and everything's getting pushed in here, it gets sucked straight up, goes right up into the bag, which is again why it was really cool with the bag that they had the two-part system, so that when the cleaner does shut off, you don't just have everything just flood out the bottom on it. So one other cool thing with this cleaner is it actually has a night cruise mode. So it's got cool little LEDs on the side. So at night, these LEDs are actually powered by the water in your pool. Really cool patented design that Pentair has that actually will light these up so you can actually kind of see this thing buzz around your pool in the middle of the night. really cool thing that they put on here. So the wheels, really simple wheels. It's the same kind of rubber wheels that most of the pressure side cleaners have. These front ones and the back ones are a little bit wider than the typical wheel, which to me just gets you better coverage. So really cool. Make sure you check out our other video. We'll show you how to swap all those out. Real simple, but we'll run through all that for you. Yeah, so you got your thrust jet in the back. Again, make sure you're reading your user manual. It'll tell you how to adjust anything on this cleaner to make sure that you get everything functioning the way that you want it to be functioning. But all in all, it's one of my favorite cleaners. Aside from just the design, it's supposed to be 30% faster than any other pressure side pool cleaner in getting the job done in the bottom of your floor, so in the bottom of your pool. So highly recommend it. Again, make sure you check out all those links below. Hit that like button. Make sure you guys subscribe. We got tons of videos coming your way. I'm Kyle with ePoolSupply. Thanks.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Subscribe today if you haven't subscribed. Check out the links below, and we got a lot more content coming your way. Thank you.